You know, it would be rather fucking bitchin' if we could have everybody sharing their screens and listening in that live channel over there. Live Trader Lounge at the moment, what I'm calling it. But I got to figure out how to transition from Zoom to there. But that would be rather cool. I don't know if it supplies the same resolution or stability or other Zoom features. Worked. All right, I'm refreshing the Market Chameleon, although I did get a few other opportunity ideas from Cameron's scan there. So that's good. KAR is the one that's up biggest. Oh, is that right, Mr. M? Yeah. It's not as good, but the Zooms don't, huh? It's not as good of a streaming. Does anybody know how to turn off those sounds that the join and sound? Come up, maybe I have to look in the settings over here. Voice and video notifications, possibly. Sounds, deafen, undeafen, mute, unmute. Voice disconnected. Stopped. I need to know that. Viewer join. That's probably it. Viewer join. Viewer leave. Go. Turn that off. Notifications. I only hear that all morning now. That would be nice. All right. So let me label up what we're looking at this morning, and then we'll go over the market. Feeling like a little bit sick in the back of my throat. Not sure if ill or not. If this weekend I'm sick. Maybe CAR is just a partial buyout. Okay. CAR is a buyout from Carvana. Okay. Well, either way, yeah. Only physical auction business from Carvana. It's ridiculous that Carvana's doing good, right? Like, what the hell? People buying cars from a vending machine? I don't get it. That's sort of like buying, what's that Chinese dog that's like $1 million? Isn't that like reserved for just only a couple of people? Like, who buys a car from a vending machine? I need a car right away. Well, just go over to a Carvana vending machine. I mean, Jesus, what a weird world we live in if we have car vending machines everywhere. Like, feels like Futurama. I think the only way that could work is if they sell in the vending machines. Is Carvana is the vending machine, like, and they get a percentage of the sales from vendors, like, so that anybody, CarMax, Honda, all the dealers, all the car companies, they can all have space in the vending machine, and then they just make a percentage on the fact that that's the only way I can see that work. Otherwise, Yeah. Well, maybe that's what they do. I don't know. They're successful. Take a look at their chart. Okay. Yeah, they're in a little bit of stage 3, right? 4 right now. And they're at about support 100. All right. Get the TikTok stream going too. And it doesn't look like we have anybody in here trickling in. Zoom link. That above. All right, let's get this Zoom going. All right. Yeah, get the Zoom going. I mean, yeah, it stopped doing the bloom, bloom, so I definitely got it. Okay, did I start streaming on the other platforms? Yeah. Good morning, you guys over on YouTube and Twitch and Periscope, Twitter, and TikTok. Make sure you say hello this morning on your different platforms. It'll come through. I'll see your messages. So it looks like the market is up on the news that Russia is going to talk. Well, the market like that across the world, in the world markets, that was a positive reaction. It wasn't really enough to even get any of the markets back to where they started before yesterday, but it was enough to start moving in the right direction. And so we might see the same here as well. We might not get all the way back up and over at the beginning, start of yesterday, the high of yesterday, that to the previous, up to 433 on SPY. But we're close, so it could happen. We had some economic numbers this morning that the market basically had already priced in. It didn't really move the needle much. Looking across the board, gold down to nearly the close of yesterday. That could be signaling buying today on the market, buying stocks, growth stocks, or anything that can get a better yield per the risk than gold. Rates were up a smidge, but they've pulled back a little bit, so maybe they'll be grinding down today slightly. That could be a good sign for growth in tech, the Qs. So the shackles are a little bit off on the market today. A couple different signs saying upside. And if that changes, we'll know within every minute. The outlook changed, fine. We'll be on top of it. But for the moment, that looks like what the projected day is going to look like. Something like a grind up. I mean, it's not war is over, but it's a positive day filled with upside signals projected out. And on a day like that, where the market is getting bought up, it's getting bought up in growth. Value and defensives and protection, less so, because this is seen as potentially a buying opportunity in growth. It could be the bottom. Who knows? And so nobody really knows, and that's why they're buying. But growth. So Tesla, Apple, Amazon, etc., is where people are going, and that could change again during the day. So we'll, that on tap. But that's where you want to be focusing if you're an investor. If you're trying to put something into your long-term portfolio and you're trying to average in at a good point, that's what it appears to be the plan today. It looks like that's what smart money is going to do. We shall see. Also, China has been posturing about Taiwan, so those tensions are actually rising simultaneously, and so obviously that could hit TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor, very hard, and semiconductors in general. Maybe there's a silver lining of hope that while Putin is going to come to the table and talk, that that will ease tensions between China and Taiwan. So maybe even TSM will grind up today. Let's see what it's doing already. Yeah, TSM is up a smidge, filling in the gap from yesterday from what was going on there. And so TSM the stock may grind up today, potentially. Hello, everybody on TikTok. If you want to come check out my trading group, you can come check it out for free. Just click the link in my bio. It's over in my profile. Click that link and you can come and check it out for free. If you'd like me to take a look at anything this morning, if I have the time, we have 17 minutes to the open. Anything, just send a gift in there on the TikTok, and that'll make sure you got my attention, and then let me know what you want to take a look at. Good morning to you. Good cop, bad cop routine. Yeah, totally, Chris. Putin's gonna be like, I didn't do it. I mean, I didn't do it anyway. So let's talk about peace. Yeah, right. All right. So taking a look at the Qs. The Qs are even closer to popping up and over yesterday's high, where everything began. So, yeah, it's looking like it could be just a decent day today. It could be filled with trickery, as always, so be on your toes. But all signs are leading to upside. That the worst case on that could be sideways. We are watching CAR for morning momentum movers. CAR, KAR, which might be a buyout situation, so it might not move the needle much. But we're also looking for We're also watching RUSL and PGRE and Farfetch, FTCH, Square, and I also have up Yandex, YNDX, in case that moves. It's going to be probably pretty volatile today. And then CVNA, says Chris. Right. Maybe we should replace CAR with CVNA. And A. Yeah, there goes CVNA from 130 to 134. So about $4 risk. I don't know if it's halting. That up in a second here and see. Or maybe Chris, you can tell me. So I guess now Carvana is finally moving on the CAR acquisition. They see that as a positive. Not yet. Waiting. It's not paused yet. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's not very liquid at the moment. Amazingly enough. The bid ask is almost $1 wide. I use Thinkorswim. Thank you. Make sure you send a gift if you'd like me to take a look at stock gift, and it'll put that. I believe it'll put that next to your name that you sent a gift, and then I'll analyze whatever stock you want me to analyze. There we go. Hemi, was it Henry? Yes, thank you, Henry. Yeah, let's take a look at you. I can put that up here instead of gold. All right, well, we'll watch you. It's got a lot of volume, but it doesn't have a lot of sentiment. It's going sideways. Yeah, it looks like there's been attempts at rallies like 4 or 5 times, and every single time it couldn't break a high. But keep an eye on it. We've got 12 minutes until the market opens. What platform do I use? Thinkorswim primarily. But you're also looking at TradingView. I have accounts everywhere, so I use everything, but primarily Thinkorswim. If you'd like me to take a look at a stock, just send me a gift. Right. Cody, so yesterday you said you had a 7-day trial. I sent you a message. Over on Discord, man. Cody, I think that I sent a message to you over on Discord. So check your Discord private messages and respond over there, okay? And let me know if you got that message, because then I sent it to the wrong Cody. All right, so we're watching Square for a dip and rip type of trade. Square looks like the market winds are in our favor for a potential dip and rip on Square. So we'll look for that at some point there. And then Farfetch, FTCH. Right now we're looking for it to break 20 for continued move into the upside. UUU, we're looking for it to break 425 for about 50 cents of risk. PGRE, it could break 11.5, so 11.51, and then you can get in for 15 cents of risk. RUSL, RUSL, we're looking for a break of 12.51. Oh, for about $1 of risk. RUSL, with potentially a big range that it can move today. RUSL, there might be a bit of a surprise there, I suppose. Eye on that. Yandex, if it breaks 25.85, you can get in for $2 of risk. I don't think there's much squeeze left on AMC, Johnny. You're barking up a tree that's a year old, dead for a year now. Let's look at your scanner here, Cameron. Are you in here? Yeah, Cameron, let me take a look at what you got here. Still up in the top of your list. CAR, UUU, FTCH, Cyan, with only 26,000 volumes. So that's not enough. So you might want to change your up gappers list. Like cut it in half, like take the size of it like in half and then like duplicate it and then create another list like right below it. That same with the down gappers, that is also filtered by more than like 500,000 volume, and maybe relative volume is over a particular point. So that way those ones are the high volume, high gappers, and maybe a minimum gap of 10%. So that could be like either below or on top of your full gapper list. Yeah, no problem. But those are some ideas. And maybe so you would shorten each list, and then on top of those have the same thing except even extra filtered for what was it that I said? A lower volume limit and a lower percent gap limit. Made some money off a coin yesterday. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Thank you, Henry, for the gift. Did you want me to take a look at something? CISO, yeah. So CISO also up on that chart. CISO. It's only doing about 10,000 shares a minute. So I wouldn't call that a momentum pick yet. But it is moving. Went from 3.8 to 4.2. But I'd call it a minor player so far. You really want to be momentum trading the number 1, number 2, and number 3 stocks on the day that everyone is, flocking towards. You don't want to be down at number like 27 or number 15. It's just not going to have the sustained attention that it needs to move. That's the thing about momentum day trading. It's important. So it's not like that's not an opportunity, CISO. It's just a really weak opportunity, and it should be very low on your priority list. So I'm probably going to take that off. All right, Cameron. Cool. Gotcha. Do they have one called Momo? Do they have a default one? Or those are all selected from the right-hand side? If they have one called Momo, that might be good. Momo, yeah, maybe try that one. Yeah. What about that one, stock surging? Try that one too. Stock surging, but I wonder if that's on a day-to-day basis or an intraday. Did it just crash? Just crashed, didn't it? Now, what is this? So this is stock surging. I'm not familiar with how to read that one. That looks pretty fucking cool, though. I'll tell you that. I like it. Yeah, cool. I guess mess around with it. Well, you should mess around with it today while the market's moving, right? So try to do it on the weekend. You'll be like, I think this is good. You need some market. So feel free to be tweaking your settings. What are the tickers on the screen? I can only see 2 fully. I can only see 2? Are you on a Samsung Galaxy with the Edge? What do they call it? Here, I'll zoom back a little bit. Is that better? There you go. We're looking at quite a few more over on TikTok. If you want to join our trading group to come check it out, it's free to experience. Just click the link in my bio over in my profile. iPhone. All right. Hopefully that's better. Okay, cool. That helps. Yeah, you guys got it. What is this one? Let's see. Low float winners. Yeah, that looks a little bit more on CERN. Why is that not up on my lists? Not very happy to say, nah, I think that whatever that list is not so good. Check out that Momo one. All right, we've got 4 minutes to the open, everybody. Let's see what's going to happen here. I'm looking to dip by square just for a day trade. If you're interested in a day trade, this afternoon I will send up more information on our swing trades, our swing 100 challenge. But this morning, let's focus more on the morning momentum, which is going to hit us in about 4 minutes. keep yourself ready to trade the Yandex breakout. Square dip buy. Potentially, Square could break and run. Let's think about the break and run level there on Square also. That would be at 116. So if Square breaks 116, you'll be able to get in for something like $2 of risk on Square. Oh, well, thank you, sir. Connor, what would you like me to take a look at really quick? Can I check OSTK? Is that what you said? Yeah, so that candle yesterday was nearly reversed the downtrend that Overstock's been in. And it looks like if it can just get over 5450, 5450 key reversal level. At that point, you can say that it's in an uptrend off the bottom, and you should be able to wait for a little bit of a pullback on whatever that is, or grab it for a breakout swing. So good for a couple days or weeks there. OSTK. Somebody was asking about that, so you go, Connor. CVNA now hitting the top of 134's top of the range today. What, a Miro float? What are you talking about? Chris, what's that? Two minutes and 25 seconds until the market opens. Yeah, I see what you mean, Mr. M. It's like a little bit blurrier, huh? Stream quality. I might be able to up the allocation to get the stream quality a little higher. Let me do that right now. Cody, did you get in? Did you get my message? And let me know, Cody, if you got the message that was on Discord, because you didn't reply to it so far. I can see. We've got 1 minute and 45 seconds until the market opens. Yeah, so wow, the bit rate's really low. Let's up that a lot. Yeah, I see things a little bit more clearly now over on your stream. Everybody does, but yeah. RUSL, FTCH, HHR, interesting. Biggest gainers today. PGRE, Square, Yandex. I mean, that list looks a lot closer to expectation. Okay, we got 45 seconds until the market opens. The ticker for Square, SQ. What's up with Overstock? From the chart point of view, it looks like it's bottom reversing. That's what somebody was asking about, Connor. Let's get back to SPY and the Qs. QQQ. It looks like the market growth is going to be bought up this morning. Let's see for real when the market opens. There's a lot more people in the open market than there are pre-market. Okay, we got 10 seconds to the open. CVNA just popped up to 136 right before the open. Looks like there's a lot of excitement over CVNA. You're able to get CVNA for 133 at the open now, if possible. If you wanted that trade, stop at 131. That'd be $2 of risk. Now watching everything else. Square is selling off. The market's actually selling off on the open. So at first, we've got the market selling off in the first 30 seconds of the market open, and industrials moving up. So that's an inflationary value and inflation indication so far. So far, we're actually seeing the opposite of what we expected. We're seeing money going back into protection and defensives, and out of growth. And energy zooming up at the open. Looks like a lot of defensives and inflationary moves are being played right now. And it's a move out of growth. So Tesla down, Apple down, Amazon down. That is what we're seeing here at the open so far in the first minute and 30 seconds. Growth is not being bought up. This dip is not being bought in growth. And consumer staples, XLP, consumer utilities are being bought up, and so is energy, industrials, base materials, and financials. And although rates are grinding down, so this appears to be a hedge, and perhaps that's going to be it. They're going to put their hedges on, and then they'll go for growth. But first, hedges on. Looks to be smart money is hedging. There goes Square for $2 a risk. There's entry on Square. That's breakout on Square, $2 a risk. And we can follow that for as long as 30 minutes or 45 minutes until completion. Square, SQ, entry on Square. Now, the $4 of risk is already $2 out of the gate and running. And this morning, we're going to try a little bit different method as far as you guys needing to sell underneath every dollar level. We're going to wait until 2 to 1 before we begin that. Well, actually 1 to 1. Okay, so because these breakouts are usually more than a 50-50 chance. So we're already there. So whatever your entry was to your stop, whatever distance that is, project that upward. So if you got in at 116.50 and the stop is 114, that's $2.50. 116.50 plus $2.50 is 119. Once you hit 119, that's where you can take your first profit target then. And there I would recommend your largest profit target, something like 50%. We're going to try to adjust our typical trading strategy. If that starts working a little bit better for everybody, always improving, get you a little bit more profitable across the board until you've surpassed your 1-to-1 risk ratio. Don't be taking those incremental profits. Start with at least clearing a 1-to-1 ratio. We're going to need a horrendous day for Microsoft because you had a put on it from yesterday, and I just realized it never got filled when you went to sell. Oh, damn. Well, it looks at the moment like growth is still being bought up. Now I'm seeing a little bit more broad-based buying. The market across the board is following the industrials up. But it started with value and defensives, but now everything is starting to go up across the board. That could be just pullback in growth, so we'll have to see. A trend will form here. So your stop over on Square is 114. You're watching that because it's pulling back pretty hard. It's at 116 now. That is still in play. And your profit target, number one, 50% exit is what you should be striving for, was 119. So if you hit it again around 119, make sure and you didn't get that 50% out, make sure you get it now. Cody, if you're out there on YouTube, what's up? Did you get my message? Maybe. Oh, you did get in. Cody, are you in here? Dude, I can't wait to see Cody get into this stream. All right, it looks like Square has found support at 116. And we'll see if that continues. Meanwhile, Carvana hit 143 and is completely reversed and is selling off hard. You need, if you're in the Carvana trade at all, off of the open, the breakout there, yeah, ought to be out now. That doesn't look like a very nice candle. Not friendly. So the Q's still saying negative, you see. So growth going sideways and value zooming up. So defensives really going up today. Hopefully you've got your portfolio lined with defensives. Wow, they're really taking off. Consumer staples, consumer utilities. I did it again. Utilities, financials, industrials, energy, base materials, and real estate, and healthcare. All those are having a beautiful day, all up and running strongly. However, tech, growth, consumer discretionary, not happening. Yep, that's absolutely what's moving. That's exactly how everything's moving so far. Because now tech is moving down again. I mean, look at the difference here. 1 minute chart. There's tech from the open, which is line here. It's just going sideways, up, down, up, down, up, down. But then look at industrials soaring. I mean, you have to see it to believe it, I guess. But and then here, let me show you consumer staples. Boom. And in fact, I've got these yellow dots on here that's showing institutional support. So these yellow dots on the top of the chart here are showing institutional support. So this is massive buying going up on defensives, consumer staples, and utilities. XLU also being bought up, but it looks like XLP is where the smart money is putting their money this morning. It's on a hell of a run. XLP, if you want to get into that. And you should have that in your portfolio anyway during times like these. Square it just blasted through your stop, but it has found a little bit of support there. Use the 20-second rule, 2020 rule, and there you go. Exit Square at your stop. That's a trade that didn't work. One of the ones that will work, will subsidize that. No worries in the long run. And Carvana, what's going on there? They're nearly halting to the downside. I mean, they're just a couple of points away from halting to the downside. So Carvana, everyone's taking profits. I don't know what's up with that, but yep, that's what they wanted to do. You guys over in Zoom? Uh, 113.01. Okay, so long as that's how you entered your risk on it. I called out $2 a risk. Yeah. Well, you are trading a different strategy anyway. But cool. Oh, you're gonna wait to enter short at 113.1 is what you're saying. That sounds like in the Matrix when he goes down the throat with the. Right now we have a really weird mic result from your stream. All right. Anyway, yeah. So that's what's moving this morning. The Q's definitely going sideways, if not inching, grinding slightly down now. But XLP being way bought up. You go where the money's going. Want to go long. And besides, the Qs are sideways, so that's not a direction that you can trade on. I wouldn't trade growth today. I'd be longing defensives. I mean, it's across the board. Here's what healthcare looks like. Zooming up, institutional support. Here's real estate, zooming up, and XLF financials. They're in a little bit of a flag right now. You can get in, stop at 38.45. What's up? There it goes. There goes XLF financials for another leg up. It's quite the run. You don't want to be missing this because you never know where it's going to end. It's showing really great signs. Just responded, Cody? Okay, cool. Okay, Cody. Cool, man. And yeah, I sent you I tagged you in the member chat, so come on over to that and into the Zoom if you're ever able to. Come experience that. You guys over on TikTok, if you'd like to come experience our trading group, just click the link in my bio over in my profile. All right. Yep. Square is look like it's breaking down. This could become a good short. Yeah. At this point, there will be a bit of retracement because it's not the pre-market low that it's breaking down, but it is a pivot. And you may be able to go short on Square. SQ Square, short Square. Calling short. Profit target could be 5 points or more below. So or more. So you've got a good trade to put on there. And that's what I'm going to do. Well, Koa, we can hear you. Want to mute your mic or if you're talking? All right, CISO volume coming in. How's the volume? So-so or CISO? That's a joke. So funny. What contract did I get? I got the March 18 on Square. I got the March 18 115 put. And I'm basically looking for just a couple days of follow through on my risk. $113.62. Well, it did. It hit 112.24. So my stop on this option will be at 116 on this short on Square, 116 thereabouts with a little bit of padding. And I got in at around 113.50, something like that. So that's $2.50 of risk. So I'm looking for $5 to $7.50 of gain on the other side. So I'm really looking for this to hit about 105 in the next few days before I do my first roll or take any profits. TD Ameritrade, yes. Okay, it looks like the industrials are topping out now. And let me double check that across the whole market. Yeah, so first pullback on the industrials and across all value. Energy didn't even, just wow, no pullback on energy, just flying. Let me show you. Look at that. Rablet curve to the upside, energy. So make sure you're in DIG. That's a good place to be for that. That's a leveraged ETF. Am I out of low? I do believe I am. Do you need me to take a look at that? Do you know the 530 rule? If you're in it, something that gapped on you, let's see. No, you know what? I'm not sure. I have so many accounts. I have to go check the other accounts. Don't remember where I stuffed that trade. Let's see if it's over. Are you out of it? Hit stop at low? Are you out of low? It hit stop at 113. It's at 212 right now. Am I looking at the wrong low? What are you guys all talking about? Okay. On the low, we were doing continuation. Oh, I see. Because you're worried about it getting above yesterday's high. I believe low is still in play from what I'm looking at. Or day 2 ER continuation. And let's take a look at Home Depot. It's probably similar. Yeah. Home Depot is still in play, that one. And low. Those are still in play. How did you figure stop at 213? What was the alert on that? Why 213? Because that was the close of yesterday. The high of yesterday, or really the the high of yesterday would have been a little bit more appropriate. No, I'm not out of low. Well, I'm not sure that I have low. I'm looking through all my accounts. But as far as that alert goes, yesterday maybe the stop was 213, but today it would be the high of yesterday. So if you still had it, stops move in swing trades on a day-to-day basis. Breaking pivot on Oxy. You should still be holding low. If you're not, that's okay, because whatever stop at 213 was in place, it was for a good reason. But if you're still holding it, keep holding it. Yeah, Oxy breaking out to the upside. I mean, that's energy. Makes total sense. I mean, if you just want to take that trade and have less heartache, I will go with XLE. That's an energy trade. Oxy, is in there. XLE. All right, the Qs are trying to make a run for highs. Square is trying to get back up off of that low there, but it is under VWAP, so it's got a couple of resistance points to get through. Oh, Geoc, whatever your name is, Geoc 80. Yeah, just come on over to my new group. Or send me a private message. Okay, I hate that. All right. All right, let's see if Square bounces off WAP here. It looks like it's rejecting off WAP. Market is turning down at this moment. In the industrials, Square is moving back down. Yes, I can. Thanks for asking, Giok. Here it comes. Just give me a moment. Okay, getting the link for you. You're over on Twitch. Okay, cool. Yeah, hang on a sec. Maria, there you are. Welcome. You got in. Yeah, so look at Apple, look at Tesla, look at Amazon. I mean, these are not uptrends. And they're not even sideways. They're pretty much downtrends. But the industrials and energy just leading out of the gate very strongly. All right, Geoc 80, here comes that link. Let me know that you got it. All right, Square's hanging out at lows instead of Home Depot. No. At the lows of the day, it could not break VWAP, so that was a failed retest right there, and it was pretty weak, a pretty weak failed retest. So that is a sign that it's going to break down soon here. Well, you're welcome. Just go over to the link in my bio in my profile to come join our trading community. You can experience it for free. You got it, Geoc. Great. Icon finally on this other view here. So nice to meet you, man. OSTK breakout. All right. Overstock hitting 55 now. Did it break the important bottom reversal pivot? Let's take a look on the daily. Yeah, that's it. The break over 54.40. So this is a very good moment for OSTK. You may be able to day trade it, but you'd have to put your stop all the way down to 52.30 right now, which is $3 of risk. And so don't even think of starting taking profits on the day trade on that until 61. But there you go if you're interested in OSTK. Well, you could do 58.50. So 1-to-1. All right, there's been 25 minutes of market trading so far. And the sentiments in every sector are about halfway established. And it's absolutely looking like tech is the worst. So growth is grinding down / sideways. Communications, same. And that communications includes like Facebook and stuff like that. Discretionary also bad. Consumer staples great. Utilities good. Financials superb. Energy off the charts, fantastic. Industrials halfway into an uptrend. Base materials outstanding. So with energy and base materials moving up, I mean, we're talking about supply, like raw materials, raw goods, commodities, inflation. So this is an inflationary move here. The report this morning showed that there's more demand than expected. And so, mix that into things and you're going to have more inflation. More demand than expected. What time frame do I use on my charts? A 2-minute for day trading and daily for swing trading. What is that? LNTH. Is that what that says, Cameron? LNTH. Over in the momentum right now. Yeah. That seems to be running. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it's flagging right now, so you can get in for wave 2 on LNTH if this continues. Seems to have a lot of momentum. For 50 cents, no, $1.50 of risk if it breaks 46.01. 46.01 for $1.50 of risk on LNTH. Yep, and there goes the square breakdown. So we should be looking at profit on that. My option is now up 7%. But I'm looking for it to hit like 105 in the next few days. That's the target I'm waiting for. Hopefully you guys got in that. Mac and everyone. The short on Square. Those are excellent opportunities. Failure breakdowns on huge gap ups on earnings. It means that it's looking to fill the gap or that the sentiment is negative after all. And in a sense, when it got bought up at the open, that could have been like a reverse squeeze in a way. And now, people don't want to be long. And yet that created a little squeeze and then now we're going down. So we're at 110.50 on Square now. And for me, what I signaled to you guys, it was not necessarily a day trade, but you can day trade that if you want. I would wait for 105 really though, based on the risk, stopping out at 116, or you take your first 50% profit. So hopefully it hits that today for you on the day trade. But for me, I'm in it for a multi-day trade. And I'm up 11% so far in that. I got to take a look at CF, our swing trade. It looks like it might be hitting our stop. Let me go check that trade. I believe we have to stop out on CF. I already have my stop input, so that's just automatically going to happen. But I believe CF is getting close to our stop. Well, everything else looks like it's holding, and AMPH is progressing. Progressing nicely. Let me double check. Is AMPH a starter, half, or full position? Because now we want to go full. Checking. AMPH is a starter. All right, we want to move that up to full. So 100%. I'm sorry, 25% of your portfolio, 100% position. Yeah, you need to buy 4 times more on AMPH. Times more than what you've got. That is a 5% position. Because right now, I think because I'm streaming both Discord and Zoom, Oh, after I bought that square in this account, I might not have the buying power. Let's see what happens. Yeah. All right, but I'm still putting that alert out for you guys who have the buying power. Increase position to full. Which one's breaking it? What's up? Oh, very good. You guys want to go trade Nvidia down because the Qs and growth in Nvidia are going to be really set up for that. Looks like the Dow now breaking down. We're hitting the low of the day right now. So industrials starting to fail, and that's energy as well. Everything's failing at the moment. So maybe there was another skirmish over in Ukraine. I don't know what's going on, but the confidence in this in the upside right now is now faded, and we're starting to break down. Okay, the alert has been sent out for that swing 100 for the swing 100. Well, I'm going to close out my CF a little bit early. I'm not supposed to. I'm not getting stopped out, and I'm going to go put that money into into the AMPH on the swing 100. And rotate your portfolio on these if you don't have enough available funds. You can pull it from your weakest position. Eh? What do you mean you can't sell? Oh, because I have a stop on that already. Gotta get the stop. That's canceled and now. Isn't it, Jonathan? I just hate it. It's like, what? You mean you're not going to let me do what I want to do? What's the matter? Because it doesn't have logic control like in the 1980s. The Japanese created logic control for consumers for consumer electronics. So instead of, like, for instance, on a tape deck or a CD player, etc., instead of having to so you press rewind, right? Instead of having to press stop and then play, it is already assumed and logical that if you just push play, it should stop first, right? So that's logic control is what they call that. And there's no logic control in in trading yet. It's so fucking dumbass. You're like, all right, I'm ready to exit that trade. And it goes boom, boom. You can't for some reason. And then you go and you look and you go, oh, if you call them up because you don't know what's going on, they're like, oh yeah, because you have a stop already on that position, so it's already spoken for. Yeah, but I just asked it to sell, so wouldn't that override that? Well, it doesn't work that way. So then you got to go and cancel your stop order and then sell. Otherwise, you're not allowed to sell. So if you want to sell, you can't. Because like you promised yourself you'd sell at the stop. I mean, it's just so dumb. Anyway, now I'm going to go up my position. And I don't even know if it's enough, but let's see. I think so. All right. There we go. You wanted to short beyond today. Wasn't allowed to borrow shares. Yeah, I heard you say that this morning. Um, yeah, let me end the other streams, and I'll give you an insider tip for members only on that. All right, everybody over on TikTok, if you'd like to join our member trading group, you can just experience it for free. Come on over, click the link in my bio in my profile right after this stream ends, which is ending now. Thank you very much for being with us this morning. We're going to continue the stream, members only over in our trading group. If you'd like to take a look at it, click the link in my bio in my profile.